From what I've seen so far, I could stay here all day.
We wanted to come up with a way to share with our visitors all the types of innovation that go on in agriculture today.
While it was fun to see how ag has changed over the years, the innovation isn't limited to the products and tools. Today, we're at the Lester family farms to learn what adaptability is truly all about.
Appreciate you having us out here on your farm today.
Absolutely. I always like for people to come visit.
How long has this family organization been going on here?
So I'm the fourth generation on this farm, and we've been here for 77 years. My grandfather's 88 years old, lives just right here across the road. I'm amazed just by the changes in the last 25 years, but he's seen it for, 60, 70 years. And, we say that we can work a little bit smarter and not harder now.
You're doing sustainable practices there for,
yeah,
for the land.
Yeah. I always say, sustainable has kind of become a buzzword the last few years, but farmers have been doing it forever. You got to take care of the ground, and the ground will take care of you in the end.
Yes, sir.
And if you do things that take the nutrients and the biological activity out of the soil, then it'll cost you in the end. So what we look at the ground as kind of like a bank account that you invest in, and or maybe even like a retirement account. You invest in, and then years down the road, it'll keep paying you back. We found that with conventional tillage, where you're going in and disking, plowing up the ground, you can get a lot of erosion. Now, it's usually a good seed bed to plant into, but you can really get a lot of erosion, and you risk a lot of moisture loss from doing that because you just open up the ground and the sun sits there and bakes it. Well, a strip till, our corn's on 30-inch rows. We're only tilling about an 8-inch strip in there. So we're making a little strip where we want to plant that corn, and the rest of it's no till. So you get lots less erosion, you get better water holding capabilities. We plant cover crops, that area that's not stripped.
Just in this county alone, we've got 7 different plots of the exact same thing in it in different parts of the county, and we're checking all those against one another. We have a local research farm, over 80 acres, that we're doing extensive studies on year-round with cover crops to help him make decisions. We're doing fertility studies. We're not just doing corn trials and bean trials, we're testing different products. I was at a plot tour last week, and I think we're testing over 2,000 different items on this 88 acres, not 15 miles from here.
Farmers are the ultimate conservationists. Every day is Earth Day out here. It's on our mind all the time. We want to take care of this because it's what takes care of us. I want my kids to come do this.
Appreciate what you do for us.
I swore that wasn't gonna happen.
Hey, every time you're talking about children, I
Yeah.
do the same things. It
Yeah.
don't feel like
Yeah.
the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, well, you're passionate about it. You've had this land for since your great-granddad. Your granddad's still out here. You get to see him every day. I know he's proud of you.
Well, thank you. It's anybody that's ever been in a family business, which you guys are in a family business. It's hard, but there's really, at the end of the day, there's nothing more rewarding.
When it all pays off.
Yeah, when it all pays off.
We've been talking about double cropping all morning, so we're out here in the field. So exactly what is that?
So double cropping in this instance is we grow winter wheat. We planted this wheat in October, and we just harvested it 2 days ago. And the planter just went by, and he's planting soybeans. So we're getting 2 crops, hence the double crop name. So these soybeans will be harvested in October. So within a 1-year time frame, you get 2 crops, where typically in like a corn rotation, you just get 1 crop.
It's really probably a 4-county area immediately here. They call it the wheat belt for this area where we can double crop.
Michael, what is a cover crop, and what are the advantages of planting them?
So typically the term cover crop is, we refer to it when it's a crop that we're not going to harvest for seed. And it's mainly there to stop erosion, and it's there to pull up nutrients from the soil profile and bring them up closer to the soil surface. They help suppress weeds. These cover crops are going, and they keep the weeds from coming up.
What does it mean to plant into corn green?
If we don't feel like the cover crop has enough growth when we're ready to plant corn, we'll plant corn while that cover crop is still growing, and we'll allow it to grow another week or so, and then might come back a week later and then terminate that cover crop just to give it more time to grow. Yep.
Micah, how do you define soil health?
You know, people say, well, dirt is dirt. Well, dirt's not dirt. We try to utilize tracked equipment that has less compaction, but keeping this soil healthy and keeping it healthy year-round and keep something growing on it all the time, keeping those microbes active, you know, keeping the biologicals going. It's just, you know, the soil is what's making all this happen.
Well, Micah, Brian, I appreciate y'all having us out here and showing us everything that your family's doing.
It's always good to have guests, and especially guys like you that are able to get this story out to a lot more people than I can. I appreciate you coming out and taking the time to share our story.
Couple Colleague Racing drivers nose to tail here. Here's a good fight here. Jeff Burton trying to get back up to where he was. He was in the top 10.